So I've been searching for a new TV series for me to watch, and one of the new TV series that I discovered was something very old, which is Breaking Bad. Now, Breaking Bad has a pre-sequel called Better Call Saul, which it takes place before any of the events of Breaking Bad. A little background: Walter White is a chemistry teacher who was diagnosed with terminal lung cancer, and Jesse Pinkman is somebody who makes a Pacific product, to be exact, and they decide to go in business together. I would probably give this a 6 out of 10 just because I didn't like how every episode it was like slow. But maybe that's because I was really watching the show for something completely different, but I needed to understand those specific scenes that I was watching. This is Don Eladio. I think I pronounced his name right, but we're going to come back to him. This is Don Hector. If you watch the show, then you know he kind of looks like this now. This is Gus. This is Marco and Leonardo or something. I don't know which one is which because they look like twins to me. This is Lalo. In the red is Tuco. In the black is Nacho or Ignacio. Now, going back to Don Eladio, he is only in 2 episodes in season 4. And the first episode was the introduction of him. And the last episode was actually him getting taken out by Gustavo. This episode, which is in season 4 of Breaking Bad, which is Salute, is Don Eladio, Gus, Jesse Pinkman, and Mike. And this was the last time you seen the Don and his Dons, because obviously from that little box that you see, it has a drink in it, and Gustavo put something in the drink and he took the cartel out, which Gustavo has been taking out all of the cartel members. Now, I know you're probably wondering, why would Gustavo do that? Well, Gustavo had a partner, which it never really said if this partner was his lover, his actual physical lover, but it was insinuated. This is Don Juan, and he's another capo just like Don Hector. They're both under Don Eladio. These two right here is in red. This is Tuco Salamanca. He is Don Hector's nephew. And over to the right in the black and white, this is Nacho. Nacho works for Don Hector. He also works under Tuco, and eventually he works under Lalo. This is Lalo Salamanca. He is Don Hector's other nephew. And these are Marco and Leonardo. They are also the nephews of Don Hector. Listen, I ain't never been in the beef the way that Gus has been beefing with the Salamanca family. Don Hector, to be exact. When I tell you the hatred that Gus has for Don Hector, it's justifiable. I will not lie, it's justifiable. But I felt like Gus took it way too far. Like, if you watch the show, then you know what I'm talking about. Like, I ain't never, ever seen somebody want to take out the whole complete family. And that's exactly what happened. Now, Don Hector ended up in a wheelchair, and he ended up not being able to speak. He has to use a bell to communicate with his nephews and anybody else who is trying to communicate with him. I would say Lalo Salamanca had to be my favorite of the Salamanca family, because like, he didn't take shit serious, and when he did take shit serious, that's when shit started to go completely left. That's when he started to act like a Salamanca. Now, obviously, this is the only Salamanca family member that Gus physically and actually was able to take out. Tuco Salamanca. Tuco was the definition of unpredictable and cuckoo crazy. Like, he really didn't give a F. Gus didn't really get to take him out. Like, Gus actually didn't have anything to do with how Tuco got taken out. But obviously, Tuco, he was one of the first of the Salamancas to actually go. Now, the twins were the same way. They didn't get taken out by Gus, but Gus played a very intentional, very calculated part in how the both of them got taken out. Now, Gus completely took Don Eladio out and all of his men that was with him. And he did that with a single drink. A shot of liquor, to be exact, which was so crazy to me because Don Eladio never seen it coming, which was so crazy to me, which I would think he would know from what happened all those years ago, what he had Don Hector do to Gus's business partner. This is where it all started. This was the reason why Gus went so hard to take out Don Eladio, Don Hector, and Don Juan. Now, Gustavo succeeded and everyone was taken out. But Gustavo underestimated Don Hector, and Don Hector ended up being the downfall of Gus.